Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Miriam Dow, wife, mom of four, real estate investor, and entrepreneur. In today's video, I'm going to let you know about some fees that you need to be attaching to your listing on Airbnb to make more money. Let's get right into it. The very first fee, I add on fees like there's no tomorrow. Yes. My check-in is at 4 p.m. and my checkout is at 10 a.m. I like to give my cleaners more than enough time to do their laundry, clean their linens, make sure they can sweep, make sure they can do whatever they have to do. Because the cleaner that I use, she actually works alone. So she wants to make, all the money to herself, and that's fine. But I want to also make sure she has more than enough time to clean the home. So the most popular request that these guests have, we're going to be going out pretty late. Saturday night, is there any way we can get a, late checkout? Now, late checkout, that's just going to put more pressure onto your cleaner if you have a check-in coming in at 4 p.m. So usually I will accommodate this if I don't have like a check-in coming in at 4 p.m. But either way, it's a fee. There's a $15 fee per hour. So I had a guest that was coming in for a wedding. They already knew that they were going to be there at the wedding all night, obviously. So she wanted a late checkout the next day, and I said no problem. She wanted to check out 12 noon instead of 10 a.m. I didn't have a 4 p.m. check-in, so I charged her $30. This is something that we discuss as you're sending me your inquiry for your reservation. So basically, approve it beforehand. This is not something that I allow owners to request when they're already in the house. They're supposed to check out at 10 a.m. and they're asking me, hey, can I get a late checkout when they're supposed to be walking out the door? My cleaner's outside. No, none of that. And my house rules is very intense. So I put a lot of work into it. I did a lot of research. So if you guys want maybe a copy of my house rules, you can definitely go to my listing and get it, but I can also provide that to you. So let me know in the comment section down below. But I have everything in black and white in my house rules, basically letting you know if you need a late checkout, early check-in. These are things that needs to be approved beforehand. Same thing on the front end. You're not going to come to the door at 2 p.m. thinking you're getting in. You're not getting in, miss. Your code is not activated till 4 p.m. I had a guest, my guest that's in the house now, she checked, her check-in was at 4 p.m. obviously, and I got a notification on Ring that there was someone in front of the door. She was trying to get in around like 3:55. 5 minutes before her check-in date. Turned the mic on the Ring. I was like, hey Brianna, it's Miriam. I'm gonna unlock the door for you because your code is not gonna allow you to get into the home. And I was about to go back into the app and make her a code 5 minutes early. We're not doing all that. I'm gonna unlock the door. Just know your code is not activated until the next 5 minutes. So she was happy I saw her because she probably was there finagling for a few minutes and she was probably just about to text me before. And then I saw her and I started to talk to her through the Ring mic. So yes, circumstances like that is fine, but don't expect to be coming in 2-3 hours early thinking you're about to check in. No, it's a $15 fee per hour. Now I had another guest, she was coming in town for a week. But what she did was she asked if she can check in as early as 12 noon. But the day she was checking out, so she paid for a whole additional day. So for example, let's say she paid through Friday. So she's supposed to check out Friday 10 a.m. but she was really checking out Thursday 5 p.m. Because she wanted to make sure she was there until 5 p.m. She paid for that extra night, but she said on the front end would I allow her to check in at 12 noon, and I was like, sure, that's fine. You're not even going to be there, basically pay for a whole night when she only stayed, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She only stayed 7 hours, but paid for a whole night rate for those extra 7 hours. But don't miss out on opportunities to make more money, because most of the times, especially since my house is a big listing, I host up to 8 people. The average number has been like 4 people. So if 2 couples are coming in, they're gonna split these costs. If I tell them, hey, pay me $30 if you want to stay 2 hours extra, they don't have an issue $15 from each couple. I don't think that's really an issue, and my prices are not that crazy. So the next fee, pet fee. I recently started allowing owners to stay at my property with pets. So when I started, I was charging $50 per night per pet, which I feel like is excessive. People with pets are having a hard time finding homes with pets maybe in the area that they're looking to go to. So when they find places, the 2 that I've had stay, well, I had 3 people with pets stay. 2 out of the 3 was like 1 week long listings. One was 6 nights, one is 7 nights. So to charge them $50 per night, I feel like that's excessive. And one of the gentlemen brought that to my attention. I was like, you know what, he's right. Let me just charge him a flat rate of $60. So although in my house rules I do have it written there, $50 per night per guest. Maybe I should change that because people are probably turned away because of that. But I charge $60 per pet. And to be completely honest, I have it in there as per pet, but you know, you gotta be careful with your lingo. I don't want these people thinking they about to have a cat and a mouse and a, you know, Tom and Jerry and a dog, all these pets in the house. It's gonna be a limit of 1 pet, but I want it to be in there so that they are open enough to bring it to my attention. Hey, we have 2 dogs. You know, that's a different situation. I haven't really run into that situation, but $60 for the pet fee. Extra guest fee. So although I allow 8 people to stay in my house max, each guest over 4 is a $15 per night fee. So I just had a listing where I made an additional $120 because I had 8 guests stay in my house for 2 nights. But each guest over the 4th person had to pay $15 per night. So they were there for 2 nights. So that's basically $30 per person. I made $120 off of a 2-night reservation because it's extra people, extra wear and tear, more people using your bathrooms, running up your water bill, your electricity bill, more wear and tear on the house. I gotta most likely with that, you know, 8 people, I did have to bring out the rollaway bed. That's an extra bed, extra work for my cleaner. She got to take it out the closet. So I have 2 rollaway beds to accommodate these extra guests. But yeah, $15 per person per night. And that's really not expensive. I see people charge $20, $25. Let's keep it at $15. Once I get to Superhost status, it'll be a whole nother story. I'm gonna be charging $25 a pop. Videos, and I saw that there's hosts out there who actually host like parties and stuff like that. I had someone ask me if they could have their wedding at my home. I had someone ask if they could have a birthday party for their 1-year-old grandchild in my home. And I know if I allowed parties, I could of course charge an upcharge for that because it's a party. But that's not something I'm looking to do. We all know parties for the 1-year-olds is really not for the 1-year-olds. I had a whole celebration for my son and he decided to take a nap after mommy and daddy spent all these coins on his first birthday party. So that party is not for the child, it's for the adult. Once people start to drinking and stuff like that, music, you don't know what can happen. Things break. I've already had wine glasses break, all these glasses be disappearing, towels be disappearing. Also, if you come to my house and you leave and I left 4 towels on those beds for you and you leave and I only see 2 towels, I'm sending you a request in the resolution center. Yes, the resolution center is basically, that's where I send the request for, you know, the pet fee. If someone wants to come with a pet, I send them a request, $60, before they even check in. Like I said, all of this has to be approved. All of this, I need to know what kind of pet you have. All of this needs to be done before you check in. Any request while you're in there is a no-no, and you're breaking the house rules and you can leave. And at this point, you're about to get kicked out. So please don't test me. Don't push me. Okay? Those are the 3 extra fees that I charge my guests. And it's definitely been helping out because on average, my guest is 4 people. Now, I've seen people try to book 4 people but then try to come into the house with 5 people. None of that. I actually had a situation with the guest who had all these extra people, 8 additional people on top of her reservation for 5 people. So that's a video for another day. But it's been working for me. I've been making more money. And also the last one is the cleaning fee. My cleaner charges me $95, but I charge my guests, I charged them $150 during the high season. Now I charge them $130, but the extra fee on top of that is all my profit. So this is something that you can also do. You know, pay your cleaner less and then charge your guests a little bit more, and then you can make, you know, that cushion on top of your nightly rate. So these are the extra fees that I charge, and it's been working out for me. Let me know if there's any fees that you charge on your Airbnb listing that I missed out on. But that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something new. If you learned something new that you're gonna apply to your listing, or if you learned something new at all, please like the video. It's free. It won't charge you anything. It's gonna help me out. I need more people to see these videos. You know what I'm saying? Your girl's trying to get monetized. We got big goals out here in these streets. Okay, I enjoy making these videos for you guys. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know that you like what I'm bringing to the table. You know, let's make it make sense. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.